Okay, so that humanity was the most important thing. Okay. Just a little comic here. Head for the cloisters, quick, my sunglasses. Good morning, sunshine. Oh no, enlightenment. Darwin's early light. So basically, people were not responding well to his theories about life. So it's just a little bit of a funny comic there. Then we have Karl Marx. I'm sure you do know who Karl Marx is. Again, you can do extra information on him. Richard Wagner. He was looking more into illusionism and like creating this masterpiece of work, but really we don't talk about him a lot. And then Sigmund Freud, again, you need to know who he is because he's the father of psychoanalysis. Okay. Yeah, so let's go to the next slide. Okay, Professor Freud, lesson 1, the unconscious. Can I have a volunteer, please? Why is this funny? So I want you guys to think about that and get back to me because I know why it's funny, but I think we need to have some interaction about Sigmund Freud a bit. So yeah, message me on Google Hangouts about that. We can also look into a lesson tomorrow, which I'm hoping you all will be at. Yeah. Okay. Then this should make sense to you. My family, mum, me, dad, by Oedipus Rex, age 25. That's talking about Oedipus. Oedipus was whose dad? Does anyone remember? I hope so. So remember that that's Antigone's father, and he ended up killing his father and marrying his mother, and then Antigone, Ismene, Polynices, and Eteocles were born. So it's supposed to be, again, funny. It's known as the Oedipus complex. Sigmund Freud spoke about it, how all boys want to sleep with their mothers and vice versa. Okay. Then we've got the beginnings of realism. All right. And I'm so worried this is going to cut out again. So I'm going to continue until it does, I guess. Okay. So mid-19th century, a conscious movement towards realism started in France. So that's where it started, in France. Nowhere else. Started in France. Okay. Playwrights strive for a truthful depiction of the real world. I've spoken about this at length over the previous slides. So I'm hoping at that point now you should understand what I mean by the real world. So they wrote about society, middle class, domestic problems, objective, contemporary social problems. They were really looking into the nitty-gritty of the world they were living in and talking about that. Promoted accuracy of details regarding onstage costume, time period, and setting. So those of you, when you've done your monologues, you know you had to have the correct costume. You should be using something real to drink if you're drinking something. The stage must look exactly as the picture you're trying to portray. So really looking at the realism behind what they are showing us to draw us as an audience into it, because we can relate to it more if we can see that it's like a picture frame into our world of what it would look like. Then historical subjects were avoided. So they moved away from the big grand stories of Greek theater and romanticism and all of these like stories like Antony and Cleopatra would be considered a historical story. So they avoided those because they felt that they really didn't help with people and really understanding what was going on because they weren't important. Then art, according to the realistic view, sought to improve something. I can't see what that says. Let me just take it down a bit. Sorry. The lot of human beings by realizing, understanding, and accepting what the truth is. So they wanted us as an audience to accept the realistic view that they were showing everyone. And that's pretty much basically what that one's saying. So don't get confused because it says the lot of human beings by realizing, understanding, accepting what the truth is. The truth is what we already exist in our world. What is our truth as a society at the time? Okay, I'm going to stop the video there. I can figure out how to do that. Give me 2 seconds.